Alright, well welcome to my Lego video. I made another one, but it had music in the background. That didn't seem to do so well. I didn't even want to watch it. So I'm laid up, I've got to get surgery, so I can only do so much. So I started playing around with Legos. Thought I'd make a video about it. So you can see here, I had bought some construction stuff and just buying a kit and putting it together got kind of boring. I wanted to make something different, so I decided to make a skyscraper. And as you can see, it goes up quite a bit so far. So we're still working on it. Just started building another floor today. But you can see there's a sign on the side here. I'm going to actually get my daughter to help me make better signs because I need that one and a few others. But you can see inside here, I got the tiles down here. I got to get tiles for this side. One thing about making Lego that drives you crazy is you're running out of stuff. You can see I'm missing flat bars across here. Very frustrating, actually. So one thing that I did is I got something I could spin it with. You can see down here. I think home goods, I think. So here's the front. I definitely like the Friends little minifigures better, the way they look. Although when we get up to the second floor in the stadium, I'll show you some of that. But you can see I got the guy there. I've made a lot of dioramas, and I had 1/32 guys. So you can see I got him standing in there, and I do have parts of it that have human-looking people too. And then you can see in the window I got the flower there. I ended up buying a ton of different Legos from people. And you know, you go through all of it and you find stuff that you just couldn't imagine. So, but there's the front of the first floor right there, and you can see I called it the Alexandria. Of course, you know, you name these things after your kids, right? So let's give her a spin and we'll look at this side here. And you can see the windows that I were able to come up with, they were just too small for what I wanted to do. And you want to be able to see inside of it. So you can see originally I had the idea of making a blue top left corner there. But unfortunately on this build it didn't end up working out that way. But you can see inside here there's the elevator shaft. And then I ended up making that elevator shaft blue throughout. But you can see the red and the white. I like the way that came out. I think it looks pretty good. You get the black windows. You can see people inside there doing their business, just taking care of business, you know. And let's take a look at the back of the first floor here. And there it is. There's not much to it, right? It's just the back. So that was all I got there. Give you a peek. That's actually the carriage for the elevator. This is really one of the few times I've had this entire thing put together. So in order for the elevator to work, it has to climb levels. And again, you know, you can see the gray on it. I figured making a gray elevator would be real easy because gray is kind of an extra color. Ran out real quick trying to build that. So it's very frustrating. So, and then we'll spin back around to where we started and you can see the sign. Got a barbecue up front, up top. I'll show you something. And then the first floor here that I built is just mostly, I just built it from an idea that I started with that got this little journey going here. So there's the rest of it has different kits involved and stuff like that, but you can see it. So that's the first floor. I'm going to do a video for the second floor. Hope you like it. Thank you. All right, welcome back. Appreciate it. You can see we're on to the second floor, and you can see the flag and the logo for my painting company there. I had to have that, you know. But it's just, there's no windows. There's actually a climbing wall on the other side of that wall, so there was no way to put windows into it. And I like being able to put the signs on there. So this was really the first balcony concept that I built up. I bought a Lego collection from somebody. You can see Darth and the Emperor right there. They're not staying. They're just there. I was trying to actually sell it on eBay or our Facebook Marketplace. So I just put them there so if somebody wanted to buy it. You can see I got the minifig there. He's getting some coffee going. You can see Plankton over there behind him. We got Plankton on a body. You'll be able to see it on the other side. So as you saw from the sign, I own a painting company, and one of my customers actually, they got a fence and it's got like wire running through. So I took the, you can see those, forgetting the name of it right now, but I use those pieces to make it so it's a thinner line going across, which I like that much better. But you can see from the outside here, this is the second floor. You can see the strange window pattern off of there. That's probably because of the inside. Let's take a look at what we got here. And this is the back. Again, another strange pattern. You can see inside here. And interestingly, you can see the ceiling. This is the first time I put this together was the first time that I noticed the ceiling. You could see it. Like the whole time I've been building, it's just sitting on the table I'm building on. But you can see inside, and you can see that. When we get to the third floor, I tried to do something about that. And I actually think it looks a lot better. But if you look in there, you can see the bars. And if you build Lego, you know you probably use off color for the stuff you don't think you're going to see. And then boom, here we are. You can see all of that. So that didn't do anything for me. Let me go down to the first level, and you can see in the first level, you can see the ceiling like that too. So I'll show you what I did on the third floor, and I definitely like that better. But that's the back with another strange pattern window. And this is probably the biggest opening I'm going to have on this, but to really be able to see it from the outside, what's inside. And you can see Shaquille O'Neal dunking the ball there. And actually on this one, I had actually purchased this kit right here. And you can see there's the basketball hoop and the kid. There he is. There's the kid right there in the thing. So, and then I actually bought an Ice Age kit from Goodwill, and you can see the climbing wall that I got there, and you can see they're on that. And I wanted to put a colorful wall behind it, but I definitely wanted to keep that open, and you can see that ceiling a whole lot more there now that you're looking at it. I like having Shaquille dunking that ball. Big Miami Heat fan. When I show the inside of it, I got a lot of Heat-related items in there. So, and I kind of built it around the idea. So for now, I got Shaq in there dunking the ball. I actually showed it to a kid. Actually, that's Gary Payton, Vince Carter, and Dirk Nowitzki right there. I got him from a kid named Ian out of the basement, I guess, is what he calls his joint. But I was showing him, and he's like, that kind of looks real, Shaq doing that, and I thought, man, you might have a point there. So that was pretty cool. And then you can, I don't know if a building would have windows that big, but here we are. So let's take a spin here. And you can see we're back to the front. You can see my logo again. You can see the American flag. The balcony off the side with the Emperor and Darth Vader. The first odd-shaped window. And then the huge opening here. And then you can see, and we got the court, and we got the rock climbing wall there. So there's your second floor, and I hope to get back to you again here soon with the third floor. Thank you. All right, here we are, floor number 3. Interestingly, I did the first 2 floors sitting down. I actually had to stand up to do the third one, so it's climbing, that's for sure. But you can see the front, it just has 3 windows. Tried to get more of a normal design going. You can see that's the third floor, second floor, first floor. So first, second, third. I had to stand up to be able to show you this one. You can see inside the second floor with the basketball court and the climbing wall is kind of elaborate, but this is as well. You saw the sign on the first floor. It said barbecue and ice cream. So here we go. So I want to show you something here real quick. On Facebook, there's a company called General Gyms. And I bought this model here on clearance from General Gym. And the plan was to turn that model into this floor. So you can see the green and the beige there, which is part of the model. And then the red and white is the barbecue that's inside of there. And you can see the outside there. It's kind of the idea of buying a set and or a kit and turning it into something else. And then interestingly on the kit, the windows actually go in. The kit, the windows actually go into it. Sorry about that. On this particular one, I had to bump them out. I needed as much space as I could get, so I couldn't just, I needed the room. And now you can see on the kit that I bought, it had a porch that came out. I actually liked the intricate soffit. Putting that together was interesting. Seeing how they did it. I was actually looking at a house and I was looking at the soffit on there. I'm going to make a change to that. And you can see the roof plan I plan on going with. This one I haven't gotten high enough yet. I built the 4th floor. I had mentioned in the previous that the ceiling was a problem for me. Let me spin it around and I'll show you the... So here we are back at the front. But inside you can see the ceiling is different in here. I put plates. I completely plated it. So when you look up into it, you see the ceiling up in there. One of the frustrating things about Lego is having enough of the same thing. I actually... Someplace I went to, I bought an old hockey rink, and they had a lot of white tile to make the hockey rink, which you can see that hockey rink basically upside down inside of here. But even that, I didn't have enough white tiles to finish it, and it's just frustrating. It actually kind of would look cute there if it was just that white all the way through, kind of oldish looking, but it's really hard to come up with enough plates to do the whole thing. And then do the top of it. You can see the top of it. I had to plate that whole thing. So, but that's the 3rd floor. And we'll get to you with this new 4th floor. We started, actually you can see the height of the floors. This one I have to finish. I hadn't gotten high enough. You can see in there how high I got there. I just wanted to put this on top just to see. And that's the next floor. I just started it yesterday, so there's not really much done. But that's that. So thank you. All right, so here's the 4th floor. I just got going on this, so there's really no walls at all. It's so new and little that I was able to put it on the 3rd floor without too much issue here. But it's going to, building this track inside of here, I thought it was a good idea. I cannot believe how much work it was to do this. I got a kit from Goodwill, I believe. Oh, the track just fell off. I bought this kit from Goodwill. I bought this for like $6, this whole thing. Obviously, it's an off-brand Lego, but I couldn't believe the price I got on it. Oh, so here we go. So the last one I showed you, I made the kit I got from General Jim's. I bought this kit from General Jim, and this is what I'm going to use for this floor here. How to integrate some of that I haven't figured out quite yet, but and then I show you this, right? So the plan is I bought the Lego store from somebody. And the idea is to put that kit I showed you on the outside and this general idea of a store on the inside, in here. So I bought this monorail, we'll call it, that just broke. You can see, and then it has this main base point that you go down to. Fitting this whole thing inside of here was crazy. Because there's a elevator shaft right here. By the way, that's all the way down to the bottom, the elevator shaft. But fitting around this elevator shaft, and I actually have it going out through this opening right here. I got to work on all of that so it doesn't keep falling apart. But fitting this in here was insane. So you can see I got a little bit going here, and I'm going to build that Lego store concept. It's not going to be a Lego store. It's going to be Beck's something, you know. Let me just show you here again real quick. You can just see the little bits that are put together. The white front, you can see the entire front is white. But there you go. You can see the company, Painting by Beck. So it's going to be some kind of Beck Wholesale, Beck's Bricks, some kind of store like that, you know. This kit I'm showing you here, this monorail, I mean, this is, you know, it's not a Lego kit. General Jim's doesn't sell Lego kits. You know, I bought that one kit for $30. You know, I mean that's a great deal. So we might have to make it like a Bex Bricks, but we definitely love Lego for sure. I just wish the stuff I ordered from Norway didn't, you know, what's the old brother, how art thou? Remember he says he wants that hair gel. He's a goddamn oddity. He says everything in the world's 2 weeks away. You know, you order from Norway, everything in the world is 6 months away, I guess. But you can see we're starting to get things going. We're going to build a store around this monorail system. We want our little Lego friends to be able to ride the monorail here. So I really wanted to try to keep it inside, but that bend, I couldn't get that to bend in the right direction for me. Maybe I can figure something out, but that's the 4th floor. And so at this point, I'm going to walk over here. You can see that. And I'm going to give her a good spin. I can't believe the whole thing fits on here. But you can see that's the 1st floor, the 2nd floor, the 3rd floor. That's the kit I got from General Jim's, the one kit I showed you. There's the barbecue that's part of that. When I get to the inside, be a lot more interesting stuff to show you. And then, of course, today we got the 4th floor. And that's just in the beginning stages here. So, but I got stuck here at home, wanted to do something, wanted to make something original, and it's a work in progress. Everything is take it apart, put it back together. This concept, I built one that was too small, took the entire thing apart, built it way bigger, too big. It was like cricking around in my hand while I was trying to move it around. It was just too big. So I ended up putting it on this size, but it was a lot of back and forth and building different stuff. And but there it is. And in the future, I'll show you the insides. So thank you. Have a great day. God bless America.